Hello, everybody. Welcome to my channel. Thanks for tuning in. This is going to be a channel about, well, a lot of things. But first, let me introduce myself. I'm a runner. I'm in my mid 40s, 46 to be exact. And I'm kind of a new runner because I only started about 3 years ago. Before that, I was probably the least athletic person you would know. I would not walk anywhere. I couldn't run down the block. I couldn't go up the stairs without being out of breath. And I just hated sweating. Um, but a lot of things came up. And one of them was that I started working from home. And at that point, I kind of realized that if I didn't start doing anything active, I would just basically sit in my apartment all day and do nothing at all. I'd always had an exercise bike in my apartment. I started out with that. I kind of graduated to walking, and then I just kind of ended up running. So 3 years ago, I started running, and it's just been going on since. And in fact, this year I've had a pretty good year. I've run two half marathons and a 5K, and each time I set a new PB. So right now, my PB for a half marathon is an hour 51 minutes in the Brooklyn Half Marathon. That was in May. And my PB for a 5K is 23 minutes 48 seconds for Cypress Hills 5K that I did about 3 weeks ago. So it's been pretty good. And that brings us to why we're all gathered here today, which is the fact that I am now training for the New York City Marathon, and I'm going to be running it in November. So, as the opening mentioned, we have 16 weeks left to go. And yesterday, I went on my first run. So I thought I would kind of share how that went. So check that out. All right. So we are here for a 8.5 mile long run, setting up the Warren. It's at an easy pace. I expect it'll be between 9:15 to 9.5 minutes, but I'll keep you guys updated. And the run begins now. Okay, we're at the 1 mile mark, average pace of 9:10. Okay, we just passed mile two, average pace 9:10. Oh no. Oh damn, it was, yeah, that, whatever. The pace has increased to 9:10. Still dying though. We just finished mile three, average pace 9:12. Oh, this is a tough one. I don't think I'm gonna do 8.5 miles today. I'll try to do a 10K. I don't know if you guys can tell, but this whole thing has been downhill since I started running under these trees, and I'm still dying. Wow, this past pace was 8:52. So I'm going faster, even though I'm dying. That's weird. Oh, yeah. I actually just got dizzy for a little bit. Whew. Okay. Ah, okay. All right. I will stop here. So I was gonna post this video. That's my first video yesterday, but I wanted to give some context before just doing that, which is the first thing is to say when it's really hot outside, you got to be really conscious of the heat because heat stroke is a very real thing and dehydration as well. Um, so, but back to the subject, which is this marathon preparation. Um, I figured it would be interesting to document the whole thing and sort of take you guys on a journey with me and see how it goes. I know that it's going to be a tough one. I ran my first marathon last year. It was the Atlantic City Marathon, and it could have gone better. I finished in, ooh, wow, I've blocked it out. It was 5 hours and something. 5 hours and something. I had to walk for about 8 miles. Because really 26 miles is a long distance. So I'm really, really hoping that I find a way to get my strength up to where it needs to be for this marathon. And to that end, I have a plan or a couple of plans, some ideas at the very least. Um, but it's going to be a challenge because a lot of this is full of firsts. For example, me documenting all this first, setting up a space to record in first. I bought a selfie stick. I never thought I would hold one. But don't look for any like running montages and me selfieing my legs or anything like that. Not happening. It's too much work. Like the people who do that, much props to them because that's a lot of work, man. They love you. It's dedication. So the first thing I want to start with is by saying I have this philosophy, which started when I started walking, basically. Because when I started walking, I was so out of shape that basically, like I was saying, walking 3 blocks was just an ordeal. And I kind of felt like it shouldn't be as much of a challenge for me to do that little. And yet it was, which kind of showed me like how far I had to go. But to me, I just thought to myself, you're just walking. So just put one foot in front of the other and just do that. Just focus on putting one foot in front of the other. And I would just do that and cover more and more distance and more distance. And over time, I started running and now I'm here. So now this time I want to do a better run than I did at my last marathon. So I'm going to start out by putting one foot in front of the other. And you saw how that run went. And the thing is to keep in mind that even when a run doesn't go that great, it's not the end of the world because in the big picture, we have 16 weeks here. One bad run is just a drop of water in what we're about to be doing. You can do it with me if you want. I say we like you guys signed up for it. So the things that I feel like I need to focus on are one, now, first, my heat acclimation, which means I'm going to be staying hydrated. I also take electrolyte pills to just keep maintaining the hydration, but also keeping Gatorade with me because it's more than just water. And now I'm going to be going with more than 750 milliliters because obviously that wasn't enough. So I'm going to have to go with well, you guys will see when I start breaking all that stuff out. So more water, more hydration. The next thing, which is, I think, my Achilles heel, which is, I didn't mean to make a running pun, but is strength. Because what always happens in every training is I get to a point where I sprain something and then I'm out of commission for about a month. This year, it happened with every race I did, both half marathons and the 5K. But somehow I managed to still get a PB. So as we're doing this, this might happen, but let's keep positive. We might get through it. All right. So what I've realized about that is strength training is one of the most important things you can do for your training when it comes to running. So I have joined a gym, and workouts at the gym will join workouts at home in addition to my running plan. My running plan is going to be this. I have signed up for Runner. I've put my workout plan in there. I intend to run 4 days a week, with my long runs being on Sundays. And the other 3 days are going to be for strength training and for rest. So the way I intend to structure it is this. So I'll have 4 days where I'm working out and 3 days where I'm not. On those 3 days, I want 2 of those days to be days when I go to the gym and I work out for about 35 to 40 minutes at the gym. And then I come home and then I work out at home as well with kettlebells, stretch bands, barbell, weights. Not all at once, but just about 30 to 40 minutes of those at home as well. And I haven't really decided which days are which because I want to keep things flexible because rest is important. So I'll determine those days based on how I feel. And here's the thing about working out that way. You got to be honest with yourself and don't be lazy because most days you will not feel like working out. But just know that if in your heart, you know you got it in you to do it, just do it, man. Every day can't be a break. Otherwise, you're not going to get anywhere. So that will be the plan. The other thing I'm going to do actually, which is something that I recently came up with, is for those of you who may be familiar with working out with Apple Fitness, the watch. Yes, I wear 2 watches. Long story. Every hour, Apple kind of reminds you to get up and stand. And so what I've decided to start doing is when it tells you to get up and stand and move around for about 1 minute, what I will do is stand and do like a real quick exercise. And so I got these things from Amazon. It's like these posters that show you different workouts for different things. I'll put a picture up somewhere. And it just shows you different workouts that you can do. And it shows you what parts of your body that they exercise. And so my plan is basically when it's time for me to stand and move around for a minute, I'll stand and I'll do one of those exercises for maybe 2 to 3 minutes. And then that'll be a little bit of a workout sprinkled throughout my day. And hopefully all those will basically help me build my strength up so I don't keep getting sprains and all that stuff. But anyways, I feel like I've been rambling and talking at a mile a minute. But I want to say once again, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for starting this journey with me. I don't know where it's going to go. I mean, it's going to end at a marathon, that's for sure. What happens along the way, that'll be interesting. But I hope you guys join me. And until the next video, I'll just keep putting my foot forward, and I hope you do as well.